and welcome to my channel. Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Wesley the Actor. I mean, you can find me on all social media. That's the same at Wesley the Actor. And today I just wanted to just talk about why I even wanted to start a YouTube channel. It's prevalent on my mind that I needed to start a YouTube channel. It's been a very long time since, I thought about it. I thought about it a long time ago when it first came out, and I said, "No, I don't feel like it's necessary." But it's gotten to a point where I feel like I think, well, all you can do is all you can do. But either way, I thought I needed to start this YouTube channel, um, and I'm just going to talk about the reason why I feel like I needed to start this YouTube channel for the most part. So last night I came home. I work with different businesses and stuff like that, but I wasn't making any money. I did all these different things equate to the money yet for the most part. And it got to a point where I came home last night and I said I was just praying. Wow, I felt like there was no purpose of me being here because I felt like I wasn't really contributing to my family. Of course, you can say that I have a great personality and stuff like that, but to me, not being able to contribute to my family monetarily, a huge disadvantage for myself. I feel like I'm not bringing anything to the table, and if I'm not bringing anything to the table other than my personality, what's the purpose of me being here, like on this earth? And it dawned upon me that there's so much that we can do to generate different types of income that we want. But if we're not willing to do the work to do that thing, then it's pointless. I mean, you can have all these ambitions, you can have all these goals, but if you're not willing to put the work behind those goals, then there's no point. So I just want to take the time and explain like what it means to me, like family wise. And to me, money and family are two very, very emotional topics for me. And obviously, I'm not trying to like spill myself on camera. Family, and when I think about money and not being provide for the people that I love, and that's where the connection comes in. That's why it's not that the family relates to having money or anything. It's just like not being able to provide is that correlation between the two. And of that specifically, not being able to provide for them, not being able to provide for the people that I love, I'm just like, yo, all I see all these people working out. Everybody has different goals. I just want to mention that as well. Like everybody has different monetary goals, the family goals. But me personally, like I for if you're not making a significant amount of money to provide for not just my immediate family, like my brothers and sisters. No, mind you, I'm not married, you know. So, but nor do I have any kids. So, my immediate family, I'm talking about my brothers and sisters and my mother and my father, but not just them, but my entire family tree. Because they're in the line with me. There's a reason why all of these people are in my life. I don't want to just provide for my brothers and sisters, my mother and my father. I want to be able to provide for, my cousins who they're working and they got to go to Harvard or something like that. Or my nieces and nephews if I have nieces and nephews. You know what I mean? Being able to provide for my entire family, like my grandfather, my aunt, my uncle, all of everybody that has to do with me. I want to be able to provide for these people. And not being able to give to these people hurts me personally. And that's the reason why I really wanted to start a YouTube, because I feel like here I can let these emotions show. I want to be as authentic as possible, because this is not something I can really talk to a lot of people like on the street. I'm just saying, hey, yeah, I'm struggling with family issues. Can you help me? No, that's not how things work. Oh, come on now. People don't pay attention like that. But the thing is, here on this platform, I can give that why. I can give that purpose. and I can give that drive, because that's what I'm interested in doing. Now, with me personally, I don't know if any of you have heard of me before, but I have a podcast. It's called I Am You by the Future You. So it's basically about like you finding yourself. So the purpose of the podcast myself was because myself, because I am you. Get it? Uh, but anyway, the purpose of that, the purpose of me making that podcast was I found out there were certain things in my life that I felt like I needed to remember, but I didn't have the ability. I didn't think about it. I didn't know how to, at the time when I first started the podcast, know how to create this great memory. Now I know how to create a great memory, and which I'm probably going to talk about in the later videos on like how to do it and stuff like that, because that's the best way to teach. So, um, yeah, so even with that, at the time I didn't have a great memory. So when I didn't have that great memory, I said, all right. So actually, it was crazy because a friend came up to me and said, Wesley, yo, you really do great at making podcasts. And I said, yeah, you know what? Okay, sure. So I found a way to make podcasts. Give me a second. I'm gonna close this window. It's a little loud in here. New York don't know how to act when I'm recording. You know what I mean? That's a ASAP Rocky joke. I don't know if you got it, but yeah. But anyway, yeah. I just I didn't know how to memorize oh yeah. She said, uh, you should make a podcast. So I found a way to make a podcast, and after I made that podcast, I just started making more and more. I was just like, you know what, I can make this, and then it was crazy because so many people started to listen to it, and I was just like, whoa. It's like, whoa, like next thing I know, like 2 months later, it was like 12,000 people. Oh, not 12, not 12,000. Like 1,200. Excuse me, 1,200 people like listening. I'm just like, yo, that's crazy. And I was over a course of like 2 months, and I was just like, this maybe what I feel needs to be expressed in another medium. So I wanted to be able to give that medium to not just at the podcast, but now also to YouTube. So I basically want to reenact what I got from the podcast and bring that to YouTube and see how that works. Because right now I have 50 different topics to talk about. So I mean, that's pretty exciting. Woohoo, Basil. You know what I mean? So I mean, I will also link that in the bottom so that you can follow that. And like I said, I'm Wesley the actor on all social media. And I also make music, but I make music specifically for two reasons, right? One, I'm a ghostwriter, so I write music for people. So my music is fire, so check it out. But two, the second reason why I make music is for my podcast, because I realized I actually seen this thing on Gaia, right? And Gaia was they mentioned well, I forgot the name of the video, but I can like link it in the description as well if you want. But the guy in the podcast or the video for the most part, he had this. He was like a musical artist, but he was like a third eye type chakra kind of guy as well. So I was just like, this is kind of cool. But what he did was the coolest part, right? What he did was he had he had a segment on like or like opening your third eye and had like people guests and stuff like that, and then he had a song at the end. So he like actually live performed the song, and I said, yo, that's really, really cool. So what I said is I want to do something like that, but not necessarily in a video format because I couldn't at the time afford it. Um, but you know, I wanted to do it in a podcast format, so I did it a little bit more. So like what I did was I made a song in the beginning, and this is more in the second season. But I made a song in the beginning. I made a song, and then like the actual content, and then the song at the end. So it's like and then obviously the advertisement is a song too, you know what I mean? So I mean, like, and I put the whole thing together. It's almost like the advertisements are as good as the actual podcast episode itself, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to be able to provide. Also when I come to this, I probably won't perform live, but I mean it depends, I mean, if you want me to perform live, I can also do that. Just in case you don't know, I do have I've been acting for years, so I went to school for acting and all that. But one of the things that I made is called Little Mermaid of the Hood, and it's just like So just to give you an outro for the most part, but this Little Mermaid in the Hood, it's about uh, this kid virtually, because I wanted to make a whole production Broadway play about it, which I will very soon, God willing, you know. But Little Mermaid in the Hood is about this guy who's basically like, yo, I'm tired of living in the hood, and I can't be here anymore. I can't. I'm done with it. Like it's hard. It's horrible. So he wants to move to this wealthy place. But the thing is, in the whole context of what it's about, and in the end of the actual Broadway play, because it's going to be a Broadway play, like I said. But in that, he learns that it's not about the monetary things. It's not about the things on the outside. It's about the thing on the inside. There's something greater in him than there is out in the world. And he's seeing the things in this world, and he's like, yo, I want to be like everything else out here, but instead he needs to be like the man inside. So, I'm also gonna bless you guys with that and just sing Little Mermaid of the Hood. You ready? Ready. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the guy who has everything? Look and behold, treasures untold. How many wonders can one apartment hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, I got everything. I got Gucci and Louis and Prada. I've got all the girls you want and more. You want Charlene? Take her, I got 15. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the rich people are. I want to see where there is no concrete, driving around on those, what do you call them, Bentleys? Slinging drugs, you don't get too far. Cops behind you, they're checking your car, strolling down the. Oh, wait. My gas is empty. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, getting a tan. Oh, dag. Oh, man. Wish I were one. What would I give if I could live out of this ghetto? What would I pay to stay away from all the rats? Bet you the rich don't catch a flick because they just made the ones that I watched. 1K an hour, marble showers, manicured hands. I'm ready to know what the rich people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What is a million and how is it? What's the word? Earned. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore the world of beloved? Out of the trap, without the rats, part of your world. Thank you. All right, so I look forward to seeing you for the next video. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Even if you don't, dislike and add your negativity in the bottom. Thank you, and I appreciate it anyway. You are incredible, and I love you.